Simply put, in Magic the Gathering, free spells are broken. Being able to progress your board state or shut down the actions of another player without spending any mana fundamentally warps any format they appear in. And despite his weak stat line and completely irrelevant text box, RogThras, son of Roga, is one of the most powerful commanders in CEDH. Previously on this channel, I discussed another RogThras deck that utilized him to turbo out an early win. But this time, RogThras won't be sacrificed for mana. Instead, he will provide mana in different ways. Additionally, he will have a different partner alongside him. This one will actually be part of the deck's primary game plan. Thrasios, the Triton Hero, is another cheap commander that allows us to turn 4 mana into an extra card in hand or land in play, allowing us to grind with the best of them. Historically, RogThras has been an explored but ultimately unsolved deck, with a variety of playstyles supported by this team or duo. The first RogThras deck I encountered was a polymorph list that used the titular polymorph effects to turn RogThras into a huge creature like Tidespout Tyrant or Hullbreaker Horror, and then use them to bounce mana rocks, create infinite mana, and channel it into Thrasios to win the game. After that, there was a pool of decks, collectively referred to as Bounce House decks, popularized by Sam Black's article, that looked to use different combos to create infinite mana and do the same thing. Cannon Basalt, Devoted Druid, and a whole swath of Dockside Bouncers were popular inclusions to this archetype, but in the post-ban era, the style has largely fallen away. The newest archetype of RogThras is known as Cradle Form. The deck looks to maximize the number of creatures in play, use them to generate mana in some way, and then use said mana to activate Thrasios and play a long game. The deck's main mana production plan is based around Gaia's Cradle, and it's consistently tutored from a ton of different cards. But there are also plenty of other methods to convert your board into mana. Growing Rites of Itlimoc acts as a second Cradle once you can flip it. Earthcraft allows you to untap basics with each creature, unaffected by Summoning Sickness, and Enduring Vitality just straight up gives each creature the ability to tap for mana. Once you have way more mana than you even know what to do with, you're free to win the game however you choose. You can loop a damaging spell like Lightning Bolt or Gut Shot, you can mill out your opponents, force them to draw, or you can just overrun them with a huge Finale Devastation. I want to shout out a couple of the coolest combos I've seen in RogThras deck lists. Up first is Moxfield and Discord user Feast of Fear, who innovated with Oboro Breezecaller. This creature allows you to generate infinite mana and phase out all of your opponent's creatures by using its activated ability to untap your Cradle, returning Talongates of Madara back to hand. Then you can use Talongates of Madara's last ability to put it back into play, reactivate Oboro Breezecaller, untap your Cradle again. Another awesome combo I love requires a bit of setup. I heard it on Critical EDH. You should check them out. But I couldn't find the original creator. Here's how it works. You need Gaia's Cradle, Manamo, and another land, along with a Kitsa with 3 or more power, plus Frantic Search. You cast Frantic Search, copy with Kitsa, untap your lands with the copy, then use Manamo to untap Kitsa. Use her ability to copy the spell again, repeat this loop for infinite mana, and loot through your deck. Simple, yet neat. RogThras remains a largely unsolved deck, with tons of untapped potential. While I don't have time to cover everything, I want to shout out some fantastic resources for anyone interested in diving deeper. First, Lamora's Cards recently put out a 90-minute deck tech that's worth every second. If you're looking for a detailed card-by-card breakdown, it's an excellent resource. Second, a huge thanks to Pigeon and MTG Basics, who reignited my passion for this deck. Finally, the RogThras Discord is an amazing community full of dedicated players, each bringing their own innovations to the deck. So, if you're looking for a powerful deck with tons of room for innovation, RogThras might be a perfect fit. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, happy brewing.